Hello, it's Inspector Pulse at home. I'm sitting at my keyboard, looking at you, and I'm having a problem because everything I'm saying is going up. I think they call it upspeak. I don't really want to talk like this. This is a problem, so let me see if I can get my voice to go back down. So I'll start again. Hello. That still went up. Hello. This is Inspector Pulse. Inspector Pulse at home. Oh, I feel so much better. You know, normally when we ask a question, our voices rise. We might say, would you like a banana? And then we would answer it and our voices will fall. Yes, I would like a banana. If you're really excited and you put an exclamation point at the end, you might say, yes, I'd like a banana. So there are different ways of expressing yourself with rising and falling tones. Most commonly, when we talk, we end our phrases and the very end of our thought falling down, like I just did. It would be weird if I said we end our phrases falling up, but, you know, that happens too. So let me tell you something interesting that I discovered. It turns out that the falling of the voice at the end of the sentence relates to, in music, what we call a cadenza. And that's because the way your voice rises and falls has a word in Latin, cadere, and cadere means to fall, and a cadenza and a cadence are both endings where things fall back down and end, like they do when your voice comes to an end. So I'd like to say that when you are done, your voice comes to an end and drops down. Unless you're excited, as I said before. Well, anyway, so I'm having a little trouble with my inflection, but let's say I'm coming to the end of the sentence, and so my voice goes down. Whew. Well, you know, at the end of a musical phrase, we have a cadence. A cadence is a musical ending that usually, like the word cadere or cadere or cadure, I'm not sure. I mean, it might be caderere, but anyway, it means falling down, and here is a typical cadence. It's called 5-1 because if you go up the scale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you play the 5 chord and then the 1 chord. That is in thousands and thousands and thousands and millions and billions of pieces of music. Every kind of style, it's very common to have 5-1, you know. It's the most common cadence that there is. Some people call it the authentic cadence. I'm not sure who those people are, but I know there are some people who call it that. So here is an authentic cadence 5-1. It's very typical. In fact, I think that Twinkle ends that way. 5-1 and then ya da 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 yum bum ba ba dum bum ba ba yum bum 5-1. Now, if it ended 4-1, it would sound like this. Twinkle, twinkle, and then twinkle, twinkle, little star. That 4-1 is called the bagel cadence, I think. I don't remember that exactly. I think it's called the bagel cadence. I might have to look that up before this episode is over. But anyway, so you have 5-1 and 4-1, or bagel cadence. But one of my favorite of all cadences is the deceptive cadence. It's a tricky cadence where you think you're going to get 5-1, but you don't. Sometimes you get 5-6, like instead of you get, see, it went up from 5 to 6. So if we were doing Twinkle with the deceptive cadence, we would end it. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. A deceptive cadence. You know, a deceptive cadence can be anything that's not 1, though. So let me put in a few other deceptions. Ha ha! A really good deceptive. How about this one? That's a kind of a scary deceptive cadence. And then you could resolve that. I just love all these cadences, the different kinds. But I mentioned the word cadenza, too. because cadence, which comes from means falling down. My Latin is not great. Falling down, so cadence, and cadenza is a prolonged cadence. You don't want it to end, so you add a lot of fun notes and extra stuff. You know, I think it's exactly like the snooze on your alarm. You ever have your alarm go off and you don't want your dream to end? You don't want to have to get out of bed, so you press snooze. Snooze lets you prolong the cadence before it's done. Your sleep is over. You've got to get up and get out of there. Like the piece is over and it's time to leave. Well, so here is a little cadence. You have twinkle, twinkle, a little. Maybe I'm not done yet. Now I'm done. That's a cadenza. So the cadence was 5-1, but the cadenza went on for a really, really, really long time there to delay it like a snooze. You know, I invited various people by the internet, anybody who wanted to write a few cadenzas and send it in to me to see if you did a good job. I got hundreds of responses here. I picked some really good ones. Here's one by a guy who writes, his name is Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. Okay, so he sends in, he actually sent in 750 examples, but I mean, he's a little overboard here. But I'm going to play this one, which is from a piano sonata he wrote. It's called Number 2. Well, there you go. That's 5-1. That's very good. In fact, it's a 1 chord. 5-1. 5-1. Well, that was very good, Mr. Mozart. He sent another one in minor key and a really different mood, but it still goes 5-1. It sounds like this. Let's see. Wow. And that also is just 1 and 5. 1, 5, 1, 5, 1. This Mozart guy is very good. I might have to write him a little note. Maybe I'll give him a prize or some kind of an award. Okay, so also somebody sent one in here named Bach, and he sent in over 1,000 examples, and I just picked one. And his is of a Deceptive Cadence by Mr. Bach, and here's a phrase from his little piece here. Yeah, so here's the cadence. It could have ended going to 1, but instead he wrote this. Listen. Oh, very, very, very clever. 5, 7 to 6, and with a little yada-dee-da suspension, which he articulates, so it's really great. And then he turns it into something else. I think he's a very good composer. I'm not sure if he's going to do that when he grows up, but he sent this in, and I wish him well. And then I also got a little example here from Ludwig van, I think it says van, Beethoven. Yeah, Ludwig van Beethoven, and it's from a sonata that he wrote for piano, Opus 81A. That's quite a lot. He only sent this one because he said it has several deceptive cadences, 2 different kinds. So this is the beginning of this little sonata that Ludwig van Beethoven sent in. Well, there's a deceptive cadence right at the beginning. 1, 5. He doesn't go to 1, he goes to 6. There's a little half cadence there. Very clever guy. Now that is extremely clever. That's why he sent this in, because it starts like this. Dum, bum, bum. And the first time we had a normal deceptive cadence. The second time he harmonizes the first chord differently. So it's already deceptive. And then expands the chord into a big 5 and a special kind of deceptive cadence. So we get 2. Wow. I mean, Beethoven, he's a very talented guy. I hope he stays with it. I wish him well also. And please send in more Mr. Beethoven if you have a chance. I know that you can learn a lot from Inspector Pulse at home. There's another one here by Claude Debussy. And his is a bagel cadence. It starts like this. And here it is. Yes, that is 4-1. 4-1. A bagel cadence. Well, that's extremely good, and I'm glad that he did that, and I trust him. My phone is ringing. Oh, here it is. Hello, Inspector Pulse here. Oh, Mr. Debussy. Oh, it's really great to hear from you. What do you mean it's not a bagel cadence? It looks like a bagel. Oh, it's called a plagal cadence. I thought I might be wrong with that. How do you spell that? Plagal. Plagal. Well, I'm glad you called because I'm glad you watch our show, and I'm glad you sent that in, and I hope you stay with music and make it your life and career because you're very talented, and good luck with that. Okay, thank you for calling about plagal cadence. Bye. Well, that was interesting. I mean, I always like to learn something, even on my own show. Well, I think that's the end of our show, but it's not the real end because my daughter, Katya Pulse, is going to come sing a song. Not right this minute, but in a few seconds. She's going to sing a song about a cadence, maybe with me singing too. So first, I'm going to play a nice 5-1 cadence to end this part of our show. Whoops, sorry. No, that's plain old deception. Another deceptive cadence. I'm trying to find 5-1. No. You know, it's here somewhere. Oh, there it is. Hi, Katya.
Hello, Inspector.
I have a question.
What?
What is a cadence again?
Well, nights come at the end of days, and moonlight yields to sunshine's rays. And when we come to the end of a musical phrase, we play a cadence.
We play a cadence.
A cadence is like a musical comma that gives you pause in the midst of a drama. Or a cadence can be the very end. The last few notes the composer has penned. A cadence is the final clause before you hear the crowd's applause. The last few notes before they put on their coat
Are called
the cadence.
Are called a cadence.
There's a final cadence when the piece is done. The most common chords you will hear are 5-1, 5-1, 5-1, 5-1.
You know, I'm still not completely sure about this. Can we do it again?
Okay. Nights come at the end of days, and moonlight yields to sunshine's rays. And when we come to the end of a musical phrase, we play a cadence.
We play a cadence. 5 what?
1.
Right. Hey everybody, thanks for watching Inspector Pulse at Home. You can always watch Katya Pulse and Inspector Pulse at Inspector Pulse at Home or at the Chamber Music Society of Lincoln Center website. Right, Katya?
Yes, Inspector.
See you soon. 5
1.